Hello Reborners, my name is Karen and this is Making Dolls with Karen. I've got Brooklyn on the table. She is partially started. I started her offline. I was going to make her completely offline. I got this idea in my head that possibly if I sealed her after her enhancements, maybe they would stay better. So I gave her enhancements and I sealed her. And she is now sealed on top of her creases, and you can see I've done very dark creases because I wanted them to stay. And then I thought, well, they're gonna stay if I seal them. They're sealed now. But now that doesn't mean the paint can't cover them up, but they won't wash away. I don't think that will happen. And her nails look really good. I did a very, very good job on her nails and her lips, and then I sealed her. So I think that now we're ready for some layers. One thing I didn't do was red her ears. I purpled them, but they don't show purple at all. I mean, I can't even see anything that resembles purple. But anyway, this is a test to see if the sealer is going to help the enhancements stay. That's the whole reason that I did them. This test was to determine that. So we're going to finish her up. I'm going to start with a layer or two of the 05. And we're going to bake her in between each layer because I just don't much like that stacking layers. I do it sometimes, and I did it on several dolls, and you saw the results on those dolls. I'm going back now to my regular way where I put a layer on one at a time, because that's the only way you can tell if you're getting them too dark. By the time this video posts, I think my video that I know the video that I did on Presley is already, at least some of the episodes are posted. I'm waiting for his glue to dry so I can put him back together. He was a doll that I acquired for $40. Now, if you're any familiar with Bountiful Baby sculpts, they are, some of them are what they call limited editions. I've been looking for a Presley. I found one time, but they wanted $200 for it. And I was going to pay it, but somebody got it before I could get it. And so I didn't get that doll. And it was a blank. I was going to have to come up with all the painting myself. But I think this Presley is outstanding. He is outstandingly done. He was dirty. I cleaned him up. And I thought with the amount of dirt that was on him, I was going to have to strip him. But after I got him cleaned up, I started to notice how he looks really good to me. He has everything. He has a nice dark complexion like I like on my dolls. He's got, I can't get my fingers out. He's got modeling. He's got creases. He's got veining. He even has little small capillaries. I've heard of some artists putting these little capillaries. They're done in red on the baby, and he's got that. They're subtle. You can't see them on camera, but he has got them, and they look awesome. And he is blushed up real good. He's just a pretty baby. He looks good, and all I did was clean him up, take him apart, unstuff him, clean him up. I put one coat of paint on it to try to tone down some of the red. But you know what? It didn't work. I might as well save that whole layer of paint. But, I mean, it wasn't like I'm in dire need of that layer of paint or anything. It's just that, you know, I thought maybe, just maybe, it'll tone it down a little bit. Well, it didn't. I'm going to try something new on Brooklyn. I've already done it. I made her fingers darker. But this hand doesn't look like it's darker. but I'm gonna put a little more on there. I've seen so many people's dolls here lately where they just put like only the tips of the fingers were darker, or only just by the knuckles, and it just looks real good to me. And so I'm going to try to do some different styling, not all different on this doll, but on different dolls, I'm going to try some different stylings of how to paint the hands and the feet. I've just done them all the same way every time, and I see so many different ways that other people do it, and they all look so good to me. And so I'm going to try some of them. I'm hoping my creasing stays. I creased her with three different colors, I think. As you can see, it doesn't look very purple anymore. I creased her with purple, I creased her with red, and then I creased her with a pencil. It was also purple, but I mean, it's three different shades. The purple, this is the purple right here that I mixed up. It's still very thick and very usable, actually. It didn't even dry. If I needed to put some more purple on it, but it's almost like a great popsicle purple. I don't know. It's too light to me. But anyway, and the last coat was the red because I had already put so much other color on her that I just didn't want to put any more purple on her. I was afraid it was going to get very, very too stark. So I did it with red. And I did it very carefully. I just took my magic brush here and I stuck it down in the paintbrushes that already have the dry paint, and then I brushed it in like that. I didn't use wet, I used dry. So we'll see how she comes out. This is just coat 1. So we have a ways to go on this little baby. I'm hoping she's going to come out real pretty. I'm hoping her creases are going to show. I'd love to model her the way Presley was modeled. They used a sponge that had really, really big sponge holes in it. And the modeling looked big. It wasn't tiny, tiny like... At first I was criticizing it for being so big. And then after a little while I started liking it. And I'm not fond of the color of it. I think it's brown. A lot of people crease with brown too. But I personally would have done it with either purple or red, but everybody has their own style, and I love the way he's done. I'm keeping him just like he is, and I will put him up for sale, but I can tell you right now, he will never be on any discount, and I will never go down on his price, because if you don't want to pay my price, I'm just going to keep him. He's going to be high, because I don't really want to sell him. But the thing is if I was to get the price I'm asking, then I would want to sell him. And that's my new policy on dolls. If I like the doll, that is. If I don't like the doll, I'll go down on it. As a matter of fact, I don't know. I've went down on so many dolls. I sold another one of my bargain babies today. So now I officially have 5 left. At least I think that's what I have left, 5. And when they're gone, they're just gone. I'm not going to say there's never going to be a bargain baby, but they're never going to be that cheap again. I might knock 100 off and stick them in the bargain baby stack, but I put too much work and time and energy into my dolls to sell them that cheap. The only reason these dolls were that cheap is I practiced different techniques on them, mostly putting hair on them. They don't look that bad, but to me they're just not as good as the ones that I'm making now. So I just wanted to, give people a break, people who might not can afford a doll, could get them a doll, and I could get rid of all those bargain babies. I just want them off the shelf. I need the space for my good babies. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. And if you still want a bargain baby, you best jump over and get it, because I don't think I have any more left. 5, I think I have left. And when I first started out, I think I had about 30. So they've been selling really good the past couple of months. Got to get that baby packed up and schedule a pickup and all that kind of stuff. Yes, that is step 1. Now we're going to go all over her again, not with that. Let's get sealer on it. One of these. This one's dry. And see, can't we get her evened out completely? This little baby is going to a friend, and I want her to look very good. Well, I want all my babies to look very good, but if they're going to a friend, I especially want them to look very good. Friends tend to want to critique your work a lot more than just a person who buys a doll. There we go. I don't remember what order I did these in now. That's common for me. Very common. I keep saying I'm going to lay them in a certain order, and that way I know which one I did first. But I just go by which one looks the wettest to me now. I somehow got a little bit of pink on the back of her leg. I don't know how that got on there, but it's on there. And the dog will bark. I hear those children out playing, and she likes to bark at them. Okay, Ladybug, that's enough. Okay, that's got that. The only thing I want to work on, I won't need to work on her lips or her nails, because none of it's going to come off now, because I sealed her a second time. And I'm going to work on her scratch just a tiny bit. And this will be the last time I work on her scratch as well, because I worked on it a lot before I put the sealer on. It looks almost identical to a real scratch. It just needs to be a little bit more done. Just a little. Oh, those kids. Oh my goodness. Sometimes her sister comes. They are really stomping and banging out there. Sometimes her sister comes over and brings her kids too, and they just crash their little riding toys into the gate. I have a gate up so the dog can't get out and come over there and bother them. And they just crash their toys right into it. Before that, they crashed them into our chairs and our door and our windows and everything. And they crash them into the railing. We're upstairs. And that railing don't look safe enough to me for a kid to be crashing their toys into. I know if that was my kid, I'd be going, get away from that railing. They put their lawn chairs in front of the stairs, but all they'd have to do is crash into that too. It's just, I don't know. It's none of my business, but you know, I worry about them kids falling down the stairs. They're 2 and 3 years old, and they play like little maniacs. Ladybug, that's enough. Okay, let's see. I don't need to do anything else to her. Her nails look perfect. I don't know. I guess all she needs now is a bake. So we're going to stop, and I'm going to bake her. And when we come back, we're going to see if we think she's dark enough or if she's too pale. And my guess right now is going to be she's going to be too pale. But when she gets out of the oven, we'll see. And I don't know, we might do something to her. I just don't know. But it's going to be after the bake. So please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and happy reborning.